What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is the Humble Lecter, and today we got another Spider-Man figure to be added into this 60th anniversary series over here. And today we have the Future Foundation Stealth Suit Spider-Man figure. So in today's video, what we're going to do, of course, is to check out the figure, the accessories, and of course every detail on it, and of course just to give you my thoughts and my opinion on it as a huge Spider-Man fan. So yeah, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start off here with the packaging, and again, I'm just showing this old one here because this is how it normally used to look like. So with this kind of window packaging, we can see how the figure will look like, and maybe if there's any discrepancy, we can actually check it out before we purchase it. Nowadays, we get this kind of rubbish kind of packaging over here, which I don't really like. And if you see on the bottom here, there's some dented on the box, and yeah, there's a bit of some scratch marks all around it. And I do notice that with this new kind of packaging, I do have a lot of figures that came with this. I think the Everett Ross had the same issue with this. Gore, or not mistaken, also had the same problem with this. Maybe the wood that they're using for this, the paper that they're using for this isn't as strong as what it used to be. And maybe with that plastic shell on the front as well, it does give it a little bit more protection and a bit more sturdiness. And with this kind of softer packaging, it just looks very cheap, you know, it's just very annoying. And sometimes you're not going to get a lot of things from the front here. Maybe you're going to get a bit of some mismanagement of the accessories, which again is a huge problem, and you're going to see that with this figure, which we are going to check out in a little bit. So over here you have your product images on the back and the front. We have some accessories on here. We don't have any more description, which used to come with this kind of old figures, which I think was really cool. But nowadays we just get the product image on the sides and on the back, and also we get some cartoon images here. So now let's just unbox this bad boy up. Okay, so here we have the Stealth Suit Spider-Man, and initially when I did pre-order this, you know, I was just really excited because we haven't had a real proper stealth suit or a Future Foundation suit for quite some time, since the olden Marvel Legends days. So I was really excited to get this, but you know, this is what it actually looks like. We're gonna have a closer look on this, but before we do that, let's check out the accessories. Okay, so now checking out the accessories here, we have two pairs of hands. We have the web sweeping hands, and we also have the closed fisted hands, and we also do have a web line as well. Okay, so now going back to this figure, again, I'm just not very excited for this figure. I mean, like, when I got it into my hands, when I opened the packaging, when I was checking on the reviews on this, you know, they had a lot of problems where they talk about the paintwork on this, which of course is a mashup. And this figure is actually from the Symbiote Retro Spider-Man figure, so I did expect a lot of good things from it. But exactly when I got this, you know, I just was so disappointed here. As we can see at the chest itself, you're going to get a lot of paint problems over here. And I noticed a lot of people elsewhere do also have the same problem as well. It feels like it's just a cheap ass makeup over here. They like did a half-pass job over here. I mean, like, the Amazing Fantasy was really nice, but with this one here, it was just really disappointing. I mean, the lines should have come out a little bit better. Like, if you just look around at all the parts of the body, you're going to get a lot of irregularities around here. Look at this tie here. You can see that the paint doesn't go in really well. You can see on the other side as well, it's just not really clean as I want it to be. And of course, this is really disappointing because, again, this bucket has been used for the previous figure, which was all black. So, you know, just painting it white, I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. It's just much easier. Maybe I'll just make this into the Big Time Spider-Man, which I can actually maybe kind of do. Just paint it a little bit more green on the lines here, make it a bit better. But this is what we're gonna get. I mean, this is a figure that we have been familiar with in terms of the body mold. But if you want to talk about the paintwork on this, I think it's just really disappointing. What I do like here is when it comes to the hands here, you do have this kind of white part on the hands, which I really do like. But overall, I think this just figure is not the best, I would say. And you know, I think a lot of people who have had this figure had a lot of problems with it. I know the price drop on this was really bad because at this price point, it came in at about 100, I mean about almost 200 ringgit if you didn't pre-order it. So it's about almost 50 USD. Was it 40 USD? I'm not mistaken. I think about 50 USD, which is just insane. I mean, this one should have gone for about 20, normal 25 USD. I think that would have made more sense. But the fact that this price here was about 200 ringgit, it was just really disappointing. I mean, the accessories that you came with this was just really bad. You only have two pairs of hands and a web line, and you don't have any other things here. Just again, the same head sculpt as we have seen with the symbiote Spider-Man, and I'm just really disappointed with the paint on this. Alright, so now let's talk about the articulation on this figure. So in terms of the head movements, you can go all the way this much, you can tilt all the way down here. And in terms of the head tilting, you can tilt a little bit and you can rotate as much as you want. Going on to the arms, you can spread out this much. And of course, you do have your butterfly joints, which can go all the way here. And you can see that the paint does a fairly good job over here in this department, as it does follow through quite naturally, I would say. Going on to the biceps here, you do have your bicep swivel, you do have your double jointed elbows, and also you do have nice wrist rotation and also a nice swivel here as well. Going on to the ab crunch, this is where I noticed it's not exactly using the same one as the symbiote Spider-Man, because you do not have the upper torso swivel, you only have the crunch here. And it's a bit hard to see because of the paint work, but you only can crunch forward this much and you can crunch forward backwards this much, and you don't have any other swivel there, but you do have the waist rotation. Going on to the legs, you can spread out here, you do have nice upper thigh swivel, and also you do have the double jointed elbows as you would, and again you have excellent calf rotation and ankle pivot. And checking out this figure, it does stand in at about the 6-inch mark. Here is it next to some other awesome Spider-Man figures, which I think, again, just makes it look really, really bad because of the ab crunch and of course with the paint work. And overall, I think this is going to be dead on the worst, I think, among all the other figures that we have had so far on this review here. I think this one is, I think the three of them here does look much better compared to the Stealth Suit Spider-Man. Alright, so that is it with the Future Foundation Stealth Suit Spider-Man, and in terms of rating, I'm just going to give this a nice, generous 4.5 out of 10. I mean, it's just really disappointing with this in terms of the paint job, in terms of the sculpting, and in terms of the body mold. I mean, this is the old Sunfire body mold that we have seen with the Spider-Man 2099 figure, which is quite some time back. I did wish that they could have given us the retro Spider-Man body mold, or maybe even the Amazing Fantasy. I think that, of course, makes it a bit more sense, especially if you're paying premium price on this. I mean, here in Malaysia, it's about 200 ringgit. I know in Hasbro Pulse, it's about 27 pounds or whatsoever. So it is a much heftier figure compared to the other ones that we've had, and they're using a lot of old body parts and old paint jobs, which doesn't really pull off over here. And of course, that is the most disappointing for me as a collector, and especially as a Spider-Man collector. Of course, these are just my thoughts and my opinion. Do share yours in the comment section down below, also with your experience with this figure. So if you guys did enjoy this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. Do also follow me on my Instagram at the Humble Lecter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.